Hey, I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. Made it to see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up.
Hey, what's going on, family? Glad and Bear back. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody's well. The New Year's starting good. It's already flying by. Hey, man, I've been gone for a minute. Sorry about that. I haven't been able to upload any videos. Had a death in the family, kind of set me back. But you know, we're gonna honor my good friend, my good brother, and move forward. But today we're gonna get back on the bike. 2026 ride. Gonna get some routine maintenance, get my oil changes, three holes, and go from there. Just tell you what's been going on since I last been on the video on YouTube. I've done some massaging to the bike, but we'll get into that. But we're just gonna do a cold start right now. It's actually snowed in Florida yesterday. I'm in South Florida. It actually snowed in Panama City, I believe, yesterday. Unbelievable. It's cold down here, but it's still beautiful. It's still gorgeous outside, as you can see. So it's not that cold. Can't complain. You guys up north, I have nothing to talk about. I already know. Let's check out this cold start. Cold start, yeah. Bad boys. Getting a cold start in this bad boy. Like I said, we had a lot of work done to her to get her massage, guys. We'll get into that. Just want you to check her out. So she's coming along. Like those new 26s came out, and they have the colored windshields. And those colored windshields are going to take off. Man, this is a gorgeous day. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. So yeah, like I mentioned before, I did some massaging to my motor. Definitely needed it. I was talking to my good friend Ben from Impact Wiring Solutions. If you guys don't know, that Impact Wiring Solutions tuner is absolutely the very best tuner on the market today for these newer motorcycles, especially ones with built motors. Shout out to Ben and Impact, phenomenal person. But we were talking, and we talk often, and I was letting him know, hey man, I'm still having some pre-detonation with my bike, man. It's kind of pinging a little bit or whatever. He's like, listen, if you want to get your bike squared away, you want to get your bike dialed in the way it should be, you know, you'd probably be better off taking your bike to GMS Racing, Greg Dahl and Damon Kuski. And Damon Kuski is one of the best tuners, according to Ben, one of the better in the country, and definitely a specialist with the Impact Wiring Solutions tuner. And so I did my research and I looked into Greg Dahl, who's a former world record holder in the motorcycle racing scene. He's also a machinist. He's engineered and produced parts that a lot of other racers use. Looked at his shop. He's just renowned. Guys really trust him across the circuit. Another good friend of mine, Jamie from Moonshine, really recommended Greg as well, saying he's one of the OG guys in this industry. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and check him out. I'm gonna take my bike up there to see. And let me tell you guys something. They not only fixed my motor, but they completely transformed it. And, the situation is this. I built this 147 cubic inch Milwaukee-Eight with what I thought was a dialed-in setup, right? But when I got to GMS, the numbers told a different story. My compression was so aggressive, too aggressive for pump gas. We're talking about, reduced reliability, and honestly, the engine would have blown at any point. And that's not how you want to run a motor with money that you've already invested serious money in. But I tell you what, man, that motor now, listen to it. The motor now, just listen how she runs. Check this out. The motor is running absolutely phenomenal right now. So those guys, Greg and Damon, they came in there. Damon's not just a tuner and Greg is not just a machinist, but these guys really understand engine dynamics. I mean, they measured everything in my motorcycle. They checked tolerances, taught me a lot about motors and how they should be assembled and what's the things you should look for. They didn't just slap new pistons in and call it a day. I mean, they really approached this repair strategically, basically re-blueprinting my engine. And man, they brought my compression down from where it was highly, highly aggressive. I mean, I should have been running race fuel in my motorcycle. It was so high. Down to a static compression of 11.7. Guys, 11.7. I have a 147-inch motor, 11.7 compression. And many people think, well, you're leaving a lot on the bone. You're leaving a lot that you're leaving power on the bone. Let me tell you something, guys. That's not the case whatsoever. That's not the case whatsoever. With their strategic approach, I mean, what blew me mind is I kept the power. I still have the same power in this motor, and it still makes some serious numbers, and I'm not sacrificing anything. And I'm gaining reliability. I'm gaining safety. I'm gaining the longevity of my motor, and that's the balance that I think you should be. Everybody's chasing numbers, but you also need to chase reliability. You also need to chase having a sound motorcycle that's going to last you for the amount of money that you're paying put into it, right? And I tell you what, this balance, that's exactly what they delivered. But what really has me even more excited than that is the fact that I watched my temperature gauge, and I'm going to show you later on in the video my temperature. I watched my temperature gauge, and this motor running on pump gas, 93, 95 octane gas that I can grab anywhere, even while I'm running hard. As you can see on the highway, I'm running decently, right? And what's so surprising about this, guys, is the motor's engine. My engine temp never goes above 180 degrees. I've ridden this bike. I've ridden it hard. I've gone through the break-in period, 500 miles, and I'm getting ready to do the oil change now to freshen up the oil a little bit. But my engine temp never once has gone over 180 degrees. To me, that lets me know my engine isn't working hard. It's not struggling. It's not straying. My internal parts doesn't have a lot of pressure on it, and it's just running the way it should. I mean, look at this engine temp, guys. Look at this engine temp right now. That's 177 degrees. I'm just getting off of I-95 after running 45 minutes. 147 cubic inch motor on pump gas. I'm telling you, my internals are operating great. So shout out to those guys again. I can't say enough. And if you guys want some more information regarding Greg and Damon at GMS Racing, check out the YouTube video below I did with them. Talks about his history, what he does, his business, and how he's come to love racing motorcycles so much. Great video to watch. He's a living legend, and I'm looking for big things coming from him this year. All right, so now today I'm on my way to Manic Cycles. If you were at the Motorcycle Expo in West Palm Beach in December, you would have seen these guys. I definitely did. Manic Cycle wasn't just another booth at the expo. They were a group of builders that's really building some nice machines, some beautiful motorcycles, the kind that make you want to stop and stare. Their attention to detail was evident. their innovation, their whole approach, it really stood out to me, right? So I decided right then, I got to get to know these guys. And honestly, getting an oil change is the perfect excuse to spend some time with builders who actually care about what they're doing. So check out my first interaction with them at the expo. Guys, you won't believe I'm here with Manic Cycles. Manic Cycles, West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm from here, born and raised. I'm here with the team. And when I say they got some bad bikes, I mean some killer bikes. You're going to see the pictures later. But I want to talk to the guys. Tell us where you're from, what made you start the business here, what's your background?
Yeah, well, so we're just a premier performance shop here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We do anything and everything Harley-Davidson, motors, paint, wheels, brakes, anything and everything cool. That's what we do. Everything
cool. What's the latest thing that guys want the most now on their bikes that you guys do? What's the most common?
They all want the biggest motor. Biggest motor, nicest paint job. That's usually it, man.
So this bike, that one bike with the chrome everything motor, how long does something like that take?
That bike's got probably 200 hours of labor in it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's awesome stuff. And it feels good to have a real true bike shop here.
Yeah,
of course, you go online, they're all over the place, California, whatever. What you guys doing? You guys do any Cholo bikes before too?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Last we did a Road Glide.
Really?
I'm not sure if you know what that is.
No.
It's a Nostalgia Evo.
Okay.
A soft toe. Comes with the cowhide on the seat and in the bags. We turned it into like a Cholo with beach cruiser bars.
So how can I see that? Would that be like on your website
It's
or
on
something?
our Instagram.
On your Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Manic.cycle.
Manic.cycle.
Yep.
All right. You guys check them out, man. I mean, once you see these pictures of these bikes, you're going to be like, wow, right here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Check them out.
Yep.
All right, so here we are. We about to pull up to the shop, pull up to Manic Cycle's shop right now and get this oil change done. Talk to him about maybe possible headlight that I'm looking into as the next thing I want to get done to the bike. But there it is, Manic Cycles. And we're going to go ahead and take you inside and show you where the magic happens. Yeah, guys, made it down to Manic Cycles. Gonna take the bike, just a little routine maintenance. Had the oil change here the other day, and it's routine maintenance. Gonna check it out, make sure she's good to go. You see these beautiful bikes they got here, man. What's your name, man? Tell everybody your name.
My name's Ryan.
Where you from, Ryan?
Originally, I'm from New Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
And I moved down here in 2012 and been doing this ever since.
What part of Jersey?
Like northern.
Northern Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my best boy, he's from Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
It's a tough area, bro.
Yeah, it's not easy up there.
How long you been doing this? How long you been doing this stuff?
About 15 years now.
15 years. What's the most radical build you ever did?
Last year I did a 135 on a brand new Road Glide for Jess Rips. Do you know her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Is that the bike you just auctioned off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I did that.
Nice.
So that was pretty wild. That was cool to do.
Okay. So if I had to ask you, like, what's one thing that separates Manic Cycle from everybody else? What would it be? And I can tell you the first thing when I came here the other day. Okay.
Quality. We do crazy stuff here. I mean, you can see the bikes. I mean, these are all customer bikes, but go inside, you'll see them.
Okay. We'll do. Quality.
We're different.
Gotcha.
We're different. We're built different.
Okay. Good vibe here for sure, man. So we're going to take a look around the shop, introduce you guys to Manic Cycles from Glide and Bear's perspective. What bike is this?
It's just a customer bike. Put a new clutch in it.
Okay.
Did some rotors on there.
Okay. Lindall's.
That's right.
Yeah, we're the Lindahl family over
Big
here.
Lindor.
Oh, look at that. Okay. All right, man. This guy rides the bike. You can tell there's a lot of riding on that sucker. Manic Cycles. Sean!
Hello.
There he is.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there?
Yeah.
Everybody, this is Sean. Sean, this is everybody. Glad and Bear
guys?
family. He's doing his thing. And
Road Glide up.
okay. Yeah, so I'm here again, just doing some routine maintenance and checked my oil here last week, everybody, and ended up having a little small leak. And these guys brought me right in, right away. took care of me. Had an inner primary seal leak, and they did a hell of a job. Really just brought me in. Quality works. Guys definitely passionate about their bikes, passionate about their motorcycles, like I am. Live, eat, and breathe bikes. And we're gonna take you on the tour here in a little bit and just see what kind of stuff they're working on, what type of stuff they build. Manic Cycles, Palm Beach. So guys, I'm here sitting in the Manic Cycle in West Palm Beach. Phenomenal shop. The guys are great. This is one of the dads of Mecca.
Hello there.
Hey, what's going on? My guy here. Introduce yourself for the camera.
Sunny Laurel, Cool Guys Racing.
Cool Guys Racing. And we're here at Manic Cycles, man. Tell you what, this is a great shop. Feels good. Just got some minor work done to my baby. She squared away. She looks good. And we're just here at Manic Cycle, man. Check these guys out. Sean is the man. Look at Sean, the guy right there for the camera. Boom, boom. And that's my guy. I just met him. Full throttle rooster. Yeah.
What's happening?
He just got his Road King doing that Curtis Hoffman. You guys met him before. With those fenders and they're looking real nice, real sweet.
Yes.
Sure does. Yeah. Sure does. You happy with it? It looks good?
Oh, I can't stop smiling, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, that's what's up, guys. I'm here with Sean, part owner, co-founder, the man of Manic Cycles. Doing some miraculous work on this twin camera, talking about. You said something earlier that's real critical about maintenance. Maintenance of a motorcycle. Let's talk about lifters. What interval do you think someone should change out their lifters?
There can be a lot of factors in that. Style of riding.
Let's say stock motor.
Stock motor. With our climate in Florida, I do every 2,500 miles. Every 2,500
Lifters?
miles. No, sorry. Lifters, no. Lifters, I would do every 20,000.
Okay.
Every 20,000. If you're someone that's very hard on your bike, probably closer to 10.
Yeah.
It's really based upon you start to you know your motor. People know their bike.
Yeah.
You start to feel it ticks a little bit more than normal. It might take a little bit longer to gain oil pressure if the bike sits for a bit. Many factors are involved.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't change your oil as frequently, you can burn up the additives in the oil, and then the rollers on your lifters can get all spalled up like that. You can see the hard facing is starting to come off of the lifter.
Right.
And then what happens when the hard facing comes off? Then it's just metal to metal contact, and then boom.
Boom. So you're gonna say change your oil? Like I change my oil every 2,500, 3,000 miles.
2,500, yes. So you see how the lifters are starting to get scored.
Wow.
It's not really. It's making witness marks.
Wow.
That's all from the hard facing coming off the lifter, and the hard facing comes off because of lack of oil changes. You burn down the additives in our climate. The additives go very quickly, especially if you sit in a lot of city traffic. Even long distance highway riding, your bike gets hot. Heat is the number one
killer of engines.
Killer of engines.
Yeah.
Heat and contaminants. Like if you get sand in there, obviously, anything like that.
And I think heat's probably what's causing my gaskets to go on my bike. Seem like I don't know.
You do have a very large displacement motor. They do move a lot of air, and we do have a lot of humidity and a lot of heat here in Florida. So yes.
Okay. The old twin cam. Great sounding bikes, beautiful sounding bikes for sure. Now, what cams is he running?
This is just stock. We just
Everything's
disassembled this bike to do an inspection of the cam chest and the run out of the crankshaft, which is actually well within specification for this year. This bike only had 3,000ths run out, which is phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
And what year bike is this?
This is a 2016.
3,000s run out. That's not bad at all.
Well, this is the second motor. This is a used motor that the customer purchased. This Screaming Eagle 110 grenaded.
Oh wow!
As most of them do.
So I asked Patrick this question outside earlier. I'm going to ask you, and obviously the first time me coming here and you guys helping me out with my routine maintenance with the oil and found a little oil leak, and you guys were gracious enough to get me in and knock me out really quick. We had a gasket break, but what makes Manic Cycle different from everybody else?
Probably just the fact that we're just, I guess you would say the new era of what has come into Harley Davidson. A lot of stuff we do to these motorcycles now is all performance oriented. It's all amplifying the performance of the bike, the handling, the runnability and reliability of the motor, and that generations before us, it was kind of more of a cosmetic thing and a lot of chrome, which we still do a lot of chrome. Chrome is coming back, but we're just a young group of guys that are passionate about the bikes. And I worked at the dealership, which hindered a lot of my creativity. I would never plan to stay at a dealership. My goal was always own my own shop. So getting to do that now, there's no handcuffs on creativity. You can do whatever you want, you can build whatever you want, you can recommend whatever you want. As a dealer tech, you don't even see the customer, you're just back there fixing it, and then you recommend to the service advisor. And then there's so many people in the way of just how now we're talking about, if this were your bike,
right,
I would tell you exactly what's wrong with it, you would see what's wrong with it, and then it builds the trust between the customer. And it's just, that's what it's all about. Dealerships are becoming strictly just that, dealerships. They're not a place to go and communicate and socialize and grow the community, and that's really what we're all about. Manic Cycle is for the community, for the people, for the riders, for all of that. That's why you're standing here now. I'm very transparent. I let everybody see what's going on.
Oh man,
there's nothing to hide here.
That's awesome, bro.
At the end of the day, that creates, when you create the trust with the customer, then it just becomes all right, just fix it. Let me know what it is. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And that's a big problem in the industry, is trusting your mechanic. So
we could talk a long time about that.
I'm sure everybody, regardless if you own a Harley, a scooter,
sure,
if you've brought in even vehicles,
correct.
Mechanics are we get a bad rap, and all it takes is one bad mechanic and one bad shop
for everybody.
Then that person, for the rest of their life, they have that PTSD of getting screwed over.
Yeah. 100%. Well said. And I think you're right. As far as having a place where you can come and talk amongst the guys, especially if you love motorcycles like we do. This is a playground for me, guys. You know that. And I love being around these engines, and I'm learning that they're just not a bunch of bolt-on parts, but everything's interconnected. Everything has to work in harmony to have the bike come alive when you're riding it. So, yeah, Manic Cycle is excellent vibe. Transparency is on point. Knowledgeable. These guys both of you guys are master technicians, right? Yep. So you have all the formal training.
I mean, I'm not by certification, but I got 15 years under my belt, and I would never go out and claim to be a master tech by certification.
Sure.
But I mean, I know master techs that can't rebuild carburetors, so that'll tell you a lot.
That'll tell you a lot.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll be back in a second. This Manic Cycle, man, as you can see, young guys with passion. Just another quick look inside the shop, some of the projects that they're working on right now. These guys really know what they're doing, experienced builders, but more gears towards the new generation of Harley riders, guys that are strictly about performance now. We want the bike to perform. The best components these guys are familiar with, that's pretty much all they use, which is important to guys like myself. When we're going to invest in these machines, we want the best, and we want the people that know how to do it the best. This is one of the projects the owner is working on. I believe this is going to be a 140-something cubic inch motor. I'm not too sure, but down to the frame. The frame's been out painted, billet alloy, swing arms, the best parts, BAM code, bolts, everything. A lot of parts out being powder coated now. This is going to be a beast of a machine, but it's going to look phenomenal, look great, and it's just great to see this thing come alive, man. Some of the other projects they're working on here, a lot of bikes, great paint jobs, great motors, and they definitely know what they're doing. So if you need help with them, check them out. Manic Cycles, they are the go-to here in South Florida for all around good quality builders, transparent, right? So as they were working on my bike, they found the issue that they brought to my attention right away, and it was my compensator ramp and the compensator. Check these photos out. Pretty dinged up, man. I think that's also geared towards the higher compression I had in the motor that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. And you know, just imagine the type of force that it takes to do this type of damage to my comp and my compensator, my comp ramp. It's pretty deep, and they found it right away. Was able to replace it right away. When I say top notch, these guys are top notch, man. You can't go wrong. All right, so before we wrap this up, I got to talk to you about what happened here today, okay? When I walked into Manic Cycle after meeting those guys at the expo, I fully expected a good oil change. But what I got was much more. I got a masterclass on how guys who really love their craft operates. Ryan and Sean didn't just service my motor, they inspected it. They looked deeper, and that's the difference between a facility that just changes the oil and send you on your way, or a builder with a builder's operation that actually cares about your bike. They explained exactly what it was, what it could mean, and what my options were at the time. That's where expertise meets integrity. You don't find that everywhere. Think about it. If they hadn't looked, I would have kept riding on a compromised compensator. The kind of thing that catches up with you down the road. That had a lot of metal shavings in the oil change, but they looked at that drain plug clearly and they found shavings that made them look deeper. And they did that because of their due diligence on how they approach every motorcycle they touch. I know exactly who I'm working with now. And you can tell a lot about this shop also walking around the floor and looking at the bikes and looking at the quality of the motorcycles coming out of this shop. These aren't cookie cutter builds. Every one of these motorcycles tell a story of precision, innovation, and craftsmanship. And Ryan and Sean, they aren't just running a service facility. Again, they're building a legacy right here in West Palm Beach County. They're building bikes that's comparable to any other bikes around the country that stands out. When you walk in, you feel it. You feel the transparency. You feel the good-natured people that they are. The shop is clean. The work is methodical, and their communication is crystal clear. So take it from me, Glide and Bear, if you're in West Palm Beach area or you just want to be in touch with some builders who are building some really cool stuff, Manic Cycles is your spot. So there you have it, family. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Again, 2 wheels down. Don't ever drink and ride. Be safe. Get out and get your wind therapy. The next video will be dropping soon, but until then, Glide and Bear out.